Hey Jay, this is Jack from Atlanta. I just listened to Amy's voicemail from I think she's from somewhere in Alabama, and she's a leftist pro-gun. I wanted to give my perspective. I grew up in the UK. I'm actually American born, but I grew up in England, and then moved back to the States. And up until really recently, I was pretty anti-gun because I kind of just thought, what's the point in having a gun? I have no use for a gun. Ultimately, I believe that guns just the presence of guns makes things more violent. But in the last couple of years, I've changed my opinion, and the reason is, I think America has a gun problem because it's a cultural thing. I think it's not necessarily that there are so many guns, but it's that it's a very fearful nation, and you have all these other things that are going on that exacerbate it, and the guns are just sort of one of them. So I guess my point is, banning guns, like banning drugs, just wouldn't work. And I've been shooting once a couple of years ago with a friend who was visiting from London, and it was fun. Wasn't really for me, but again, in the past couple of years, I've thought about maybe getting a gun, getting some proper training, and arming myself because I have a family, and as Amy says, I mean, why let the conservative nut jobs have all the guns? Obviously, people are going to disagree, but the bottom line to me is that you can't just ban guns because banning things like prohibition just does not work. I think you have to have a wider conversation about culture, about all sorts of things in America for the mass shootings to stop. For instance, they only started under Reagan when you had the erosion of the welfare state. And if you look at, say, for instance, the going postal stuff, the people shooting up, their workplaces, that was disgruntled white men who had shitty bosses. So again, it all kind of ties into the crisis of late capitalism. Anyway, thanks a lot. Love the show as always. Take care.